Hey Namaste, this is Sacredowl with another Real Talk by Sacredowl. Today I want to talk about the difference between a relationship and rescuing somebody. Yeah, because what happens is that we often find ourselves in a position that when we were growing up, we were taught the idea of Prince Charming and Snow White, and here comes the knight in shining armor, and somebody's going to come and rescue you, and this is what a man is supposed to be, and this is how a woman should be, and a damsel in distress, and the whole nine. And I'm not knocking fairy tales. Fairy tales are actually very healthy when they are taught properly. They're actually wonderfully healthy. But the reality is that when we grow up, we have this idea of that we need to rescue somebody when we get into a relationship. And let me break down why we do that. In relationships, when we try to rescue somebody, it's because we're trying to resolve something that we found out of order in our life. So when you, let's say, I'm just saying this as an example, you grew up with a parent that's alcoholic or has addiction issues, and so you then start to date somebody similar to that as you get older and you marry them. It's now an idea of rescuing, an idea of, well, I want to fix this, and maybe if I live this and that, I could repeat this and make it right this time, instead of understanding that that's not how a relationship is built. That's not how a relationship is supposed to be. The reason why relationships today don't last long, like my parents have been together, okay, I'm not going to talk too much about my age, but my parents have been together almost 60 years. Almost 60 years together. And the reason why they're together is because not one was trying to rescue the other. They came in a relationship, in an agreement, to be in love with each other and build each other up. So, yes, what we tend to do is we tend to go into relationships, men and women, I'm not saying one specifically more than the other, we go into the relationship looking to rescue. So let me tell you how this happens. When the first week you start dating somebody or you start getting together somebody, you start giving away habits, you start doing things for them that haven't been earned yet. So what does that mean? Earning is not what they do for you. Earning is what they prove to you as they are, because they're conscious of what you're doing and how you're doing things. So when you start dealing with somebody, you start to give away all your milk. Like the old line say, if you give away the milk, they won't buy the cow. Well, here's the reality of that, is that when you start to give away all the good things that are relationship value, commitment value, in a situation that's not committed yet, then now you have to give more and more and more, because now you raise the bar of expectation to a point where it's at. And so when you do that, you're trying to help that person feel better about themselves. And what is that doing for you? In a relationship, if you're not thinking about yourself in that relationship as you being the centerpiece of that relationship, you're now in rescue mode. And that's not going to last at all. It's not going to last long enough. It needs to work towards being a relationship and stay in a relationship. If I love you, I need to know that this is what I'm putting on the table, and what are you putting on the table, and together we become one. That's a relationship. Think about this often. How often does a woman come in and they see a guy's house and I'm going to clean it and I'm going to do that? Well, why? Why are you cleaning that house? Why are you giving away things that they haven't earned yet? See, when I see a person's house sloppy, if I dated a woman whose house is sloppy, I tend not to deal with her anymore. I don't want to deal with that, because if she doesn't see enough to take care of herself and love herself, then she's not going to be capable of doing that for me. So why would I even commit myself to somebody who's not committed to themselves? See, and that's where the point of rescuing comes in. Relationships are designed for us to be in union at a level of sameness and one. Maybe I have more strengths here and you have more strengths there, but together we become whole. When you start to do that, then you have a relationship. But when you go out of your way to fix the person, help the person, and you're seeing yourself not getting the same in return, now you're in a rescue mode. Remember this, when you start cleaning your partner's house, or you start telling them what to do or how to manage their money or what they need to do, and they're not making the effort to learn, you now have become their parent. Now you've become their guide or their teacher. And let me ask you a question. Who in your right mind has relationships with their parent. Right. So that's why the relationship separates. Because if a woman becomes a man's mother, he's not going to be intimate with her, and vice versa. Think about it. Guys, stop rescuing and start being selfish, lovingly selfish in a relationship. I love you. Peace. Sacred Owl.